Hi, my name is Socrates Guzman, Facility Manager at the Temple Hillel Binai Torach. I am happy to introduce a video series sponsored by the Tikkun Olam, our social actions committee at the Temple. The committee does a lot of good works and their commitment to making the world a better place. Today, we welcome Lisa Bertson, who is involved in a border reach out effort. Welcome, Lisa. So glad you could talk to us. What inspired you to join Tikkun Olam?
Thank you, Moreno. Well, the results of the 2016 election had me very concerned. I was very worried about where the nation was heading, which was having a negative impact on society. Things like the environment, gun violence, social unrest, and other issues that touched on so many levels that other Tikkun Olam members are already involved in. And I realized without good representation in government, we don't stand a fighting chance. Ultimately, I honed in on supporting voting rights and fighting voter suppression and subversion. I got involved with grassroots organizations like Fair Fight and Turnout Project, which focus on protecting voting rights, which is very much under attack right now. Personally, I volunteer with Swing Left and Sister District, who help support elections at state and congressional levels, and also work on ballot initiatives as well. And instead of being reactionary to all the problems in the country that have been created by so many actors of bad faith in our government, specifically within one party, I wanted to get involved in working to support protecting the right to vote and working with people of good faith who represented values that I had. Things like reversing climate change, preventing the spread of COVID and its variants, providing health insurance to workers. And what other Tikkun Olam members also believe in is protecting voting rights and ensuring every voice is heard. The work we did proved so important. It helped get vaccines in people's arms, it helped get people back to work, it helped get students back to school, and it helped provide hope for a hurting nation. By helping build on voting rights through Tikkun Olam, we help secure democracy. And I can't think of anything more precious than that.
Describe what you are doing around your social action work.
Well, the work I do is called GOTV, Get Out the Vote. It involves any number of things that suit you, volunteers' best style. Some of these activities are phone banking, postcard writing, text banking, calling your representatives sometimes, calling other volunteers in states like Texas, Iowa, Georgia. I've called them all. We also did an outreach effort through the temple that I was running with Sherry. I wanted to be sure that other people learned what we were doing and got involved, and we fired up a lot of people on that front. The temple, HBT, also partners with JALSA, Jewish Alliance for Law and Social Action. There are a myriad ways to get involved, and the beauty of this is you can give as little or as much time as you have, and you can choose the best type of action that suits you. Some people chose postcard writing around a family table with children decorating the postcards with instructions. I've done text banking with teenagers and college students, and text banking is a great way to reach out because you can reach a lot of potential voters this way through text banking, and it's very popular. Every call and text and outreach makes a huge difference. Many local elections are determined by very small, razor-thin margins, and sometimes just a handful of votes can determine an election. It's very rewarding when you can reach and connect with a voter. I've been able to teach people about when their voting places and locations are, early voting dates and deadlines, sometimes voter IDs that were necessary per state. Each state is different. And they were always so appreciative when I could give them information. I'd like to point out that state legislative races are very important. People who win these seats determine the details of the voting process itself, which, as I said, is under attack right now. Decent state legislatures work to protect the votes and prevent things like unnecessary and unwarranted voting or election audits, which cost the taxpayers so much money and, more importantly, throw the whole electoral process into question, which is the intent. We want all our reps to work in good faith and uphold oath of office. I am proud to be in this fight for better government and for state legislatures and congresspeople who care as deeply as I do about our country and our Constitution, and most importantly, about protecting our precious right to vote. So please join us in this effort. Any amount of time you give matters. We're happy to provide any information that gets people involved. And hashtag no regrets.